Hey guys, so I decided for my next wedding talk video I would discuss honeymoons because when Danny and I got engaged, we're young, so when we got engaged it was like there was so many things to think about, and money, that was a huge thing. Money, because we're in college still, we're working part-time, and we're trying to get our degrees and stuff so that we can start a career, so that we can obviously earn more money and set our lives up. But that was like a huge thing, and when we first started planning, we were like, there's no way we're going to get to go on a nice honeymoon. We're going to have to settle for something and try to find something that would be best for us and that would be in our price range. So originally we were going to go to Florida, and our flower girl, actually, her mother, they own a condo there, and she said you guys can stay there for as long as you want and use it, and it's about an hour and a half away from Disney, which is my favorite place to go. So we were like, okay, that's probably cheap. We won't have to pay for a hotel and stuff. But once we looked into renting a car for a long time and the prices of going to Disney and driving there and back and paying for gas for it and stuff, it added up to be quite a lot. So we started thinking of different options that we could do so that we can have an enjoyable honeymoon and do something different, because we both have been to Florida and we both have been to Disney already, and we really, really wanted to do something special because you only get one honeymoon. So we looked into many different places and different countries, and I found Turks and Caicos. The other big thing was I did not want to ride a plane for a long time. I get very claustrophobic, and on a plane I just feel like I can't breathe. Like, it's hard to explain. I just feel like I'm too closed in, and I'm 6,000 feet or however high, 20,000 feet in the air, and I don't like that feeling, and my ears pop really bad. So I wasn't going to go on a plane for 10 hours to go somewhere tropical, and Danny understood that. He doesn't mind planes. He went to California and was fine, but I can't handle that. From Philadelphia, the plane ride is about 3 hours, and Turks and Caicos is, I think, 1,200 miles away or so, and it seemed perfect to us. So we started looking into different hotels and resorts, and I researched a lot. That is key if you're trying to save money and you want to make things perfect, which is how I am. I am a perfectionist. I want things to be my way, and I want them to work out in a certain order and everything. So researching is the best thing to do. So I researched so much. I spent hours and hours researching the island and what it has to offer and what is offered in certain hotels and resorts, and should we go inclusive or not, and all of that kind of stuff that you have to look into. And I found a hotel, which is a resort. It's not all inclusive, but it has 3 restaurants on its premises, and it's called Ocean View, and there's Ocean View Resort and Ocean View West, and they're connected. So we decided we pretty much wanted to do it. I mean, the price was amazing, and we fell in love with the island and everything it had to offer and all the activities you could do. We've never been out of the country, so that's even more exciting, and it's so exciting for me because I can go out of the country flying 3 hours, which is okay with me, and I don't have to sit on a plane for like a ridiculous amount of time and freak out the whole time. So once we figured that out, we really started to plan and make a budget for ourselves, and that's when we started talking about how many days do we want to stay, which is another thing, because you can go on a honeymoon and you can stay there for 4 days and stay in the top 5-star hotel, but you're going to be there for a lot less time if you can't afford that. So we decided that we want to be there a good amount of time, and we want to use our money wisely. We also found the honeymoon and romance package, which our resort had to offer, and I'm going to read to you everything it comes with. A chilled bottle of champagne and a tropical fruit basket upon arrival, spectacular evening sunset cruise with Sail Provo, a romantic candlelight dinner on the beach for 2, lunch for 2 at 2 of the restaurants that are on the premises, a 2-day car rental, which is huge for us because you don't want to deal with doing car rentals. It's annoying and you paperwork. No, it's all offered and we have it. A his and her massage with Spa Tropique, it's called. Ocean Club's weekly manager's rum party, a $25 on-site merchant gift card, and there's also another meal included too. So we are getting all of that in our packet. We found the most amazing deals with this resort, and compared to all the other places, this had the best package. So we decided to go to a travel agent because a travel agent, they do all of the legwork, like the work you don't want to do, and it's not that expensive. I think it's worth the money. Danny and I really do, because also we're both students and I don't have time. Like, I'm already planning the entire wedding and neither of us really have time to sit and go over all of the annoying parts of traveling. So we went to Liberty Travel, which is local to us, and they print out a whole sheet for you, and it explains everything, and they'll give you a receipt for everything. So when we went there, we explained to them where we wanted to go. I told them the hotel I found, and she was actually amazed because she was going to suggest a different hotel. And she said that they just got back from Turks and Caicos, and they stayed in a hotel and they paid double, and they stayed less time than we are going to stay. So research is key. It's so important because even our travel agent didn't know about this place, and we read all the reviews, and it's amazing. Another point I want to make is plan early, because we went and it's less than 11 and a half months away, and so we went that early. We went to the travel agent, we planned everything out. She called the hotel and they didn't have their 2014 prices yet, and I'm sure many people know everywhere, anywhere in this world, every year their prices rise for hotels, resorts, and things like that. So since they didn't have their 2014 prices ready, they gave us the 2013 prices, which means we saved hundreds of dollars just by planning early. And again, the travel agent was amazed because everything was so planned out, and that just shows how when you do your homework and you do your research, you can get things cheaper, and you can still go on an amazing honeymoon. We decided that we are going to go to Turks and Caicos for 9 days, 8 nights. And I'm going to tell you how much it costs just because I'm so excited that we are saving so much money. For 9 days and 8 nights with our whole honeymoon package and everything included, it's going to be $3,358. I think that is an absolutely amazing price. When she said that to us, I swear to you, Danny's jaw dropped. He was expecting $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and it was amazing just how cheap it was. Another important way that you can save money and plan out for your honeymoon is air miles. Danny and I decided to use his credit card for the air mile rewards, and we are flying to and from our honeymoon each for free because of our air miles. So we are saving about $1,300, $1,400 each, which is huge. That is money that we can either save or spend on our honeymoon now, and we don't have to pay for it. The only thing we have to pay for is our passports. If you plan for air miles, you're going to save so much money, I promise. We still have 11 months and we have extra air miles left over. We have like 3,000 air miles left over, so we already are planning for our 1-year anniversary and where we're going to go for that. So it's so important to plan. That I can't even emphasize that enough. Plan everything out. It takes time. It's annoying sometimes. You're going to sit and your eyes are going to hurt from the computer, but the feeling that you get when you realize how much money you saved and that you did it is so amazing, because we were so scared that we weren't going to be able to afford it, and we can afford it perfectly fine. So it's so exciting, and now I know that I'm going to go on an amazing honeymoon. We're going to go on a honeymoon longer than many people do go for, because the average is about 7 days. So we're going to have 7 full days on our honeymoon and 2 traveling days. So basically we'll be there for 8 days if you cut the traveling days in half. Another thing that I suggest that you do is plan ahead on how you're going to pay for everything, because that's very important. You don't want to find yourself stuck once you're close to it and, scrambling to get money to pay everything off in the last minute. So Danny and I have a budget that Danny created, and it's an Excel worksheet, and he has for each month how much money we need to save, how much money we put towards car insurance and cell phone and tithing at church and everything like that. And then he has money that goes towards the honeymoon, towards the wedding, and towards saving for after the wedding. And he knows exactly how much we're going to have as we stick to our plan after our wedding besides the money we'll get for our wedding and extra money we get for birthdays and things like that. And he knows how much we need still and all of that stuff. I'm not good at math, but he is. And we have everything like that figured out, which really, really helps. So we were under our budget for our honeymoon by $1,000 or so. So now we have $1,000 just to spend at our honeymoon. It's just for whatever reason, like whatever. That's not even counting our spending money we put aside and counted for. That's just the money that we were planning on using to pay for our resort and to pay for traveling. The next thing is you can decide if you want to do a registry or not. Danny and I decided that we want to do a honeymoon registry along with our 2 other registries because we have a lot of younger people coming, and younger people are more technologically advanced generally, not to step on any people's feet, but they generally lean towards electronic things and online things. So with Liberty Travel, they offer a honeymoon registry, and it's so cool because on the registry you have your own page, and then you pick things that people can pay for. So, for example, Danny and I picked horseback riding on the beach because that is something that I have to do when I'm on the honeymoon. I need to ride a horse on the beach. It's been my dream since I was little, so that was something we can do, and people can go on there and decide to pay for it, and it all goes into an account and it gets distributed to where it belongs. So a friend of mine actually told me about it, and she had her whole honeymoon pretty much paid for, and they had all that extra money to save. So we're hoping that we do pretty well with that because that would be a good deal of help, especially if you want to spend more money there than going on activities and stuff. You can put money towards airfare, you can put it towards staying at a resort, you can put it towards breakfast, lunch, and dinner, different restaurants. You can personalize it to the actual islands or wherever your destination is that you're staying. It's really, really cool, and I really suggest it, especially for people who have guests who are invited who would lean towards going to that if they don't want to go to the store and buy things from your registry. Also, if you research what is at your destination, what is offered, what types of activities there are, you can also plan ahead on spending and what you want to do there. So Danny and I definitely want to do horseback riding, and we definitely want to do scuba diving. We are going to a tropical island, and we definitely want to experience things that we've never experienced, and those are 2 things that we both have never ever done, and we'd love to see the beauty of the island, and what better way than scuba dive in the reefs and ride horses on a beautiful beach. So there's so many things. We actually got this magazine from the travel agent, and there's just so many things that I had no idea were there, so we're like looking at them and we're like, there's just so much we can do. We don't want to have our honeymoon planned out where we're going places every single day. Since our resort is on the beach, we are going to have days where we are just going to sit on the beach all day and do absolutely nothing. And I think that's important too. You don't want to make it so scheduled and so like we need to be here at a certain time, we need to be here at this time. You need to plan some days where you want to go and explore wherever you're going and see the beauty of it because it's a new place, but you also want to just relax. You're on vacation, you're spending time with each other, you're becoming close to each other. You're married now. It's exciting. It's something that you will feel amazing, I'm sure. I haven't felt it yet, but I'm so excited to. And I just really think that it's so important to just relax and enjoy time with each other. Don't stress about things. And I know Danny and I, we're going to be in paradise, so we want to just sit and think about nothing but each other and just relax and enjoy ourselves. I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any other questions, I'd love to answer them. I think I covered pretty much everything so far that we've done for our honeymoon and advice that I have for it. Like I said, my biggest advice I can give is research. Just research until your eyeballs fall out of your head, because it is worth it in the end. You'll save money, you will feel less stressed, you will have things figured out, and you will just feel like you're going on vacation, you're not planning something crazy, because when you get closer to your wedding, you're going to be worrying about a lot more things, and you're not going to have time to worry about your honeymoon and flights and things getting messed up. If everything's planned out and ready, you will feel so much better and you'll be able to enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching.